Hey, this is John,
And Drake.
and this is going to be an interesting product review.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what you brought me.
Well, it's not exactly what I've brought you, but another sibling all the way out on the East Coast, up in the New England area, brought us a soda, which is fairly popular. Or I don't know if it's fairly popular, but it's available. It's called Moxie.
What do you know about this?
I do know, based off of my extensive 10 minutes of Wikipedia reading, that Moxie was brought to us in 1876 and is one of the oldest mass-produced sodas in America. Nowadays, it's only available in Pennsylvania and the New England area. So all of our fans watching in New England, this one's for you.
And the ingredients just look like regular soda.
One of the interesting ingredients is at the bottom where it says gentian root extractives. That's supposed to be what it tastes like. Gentian root, yes.
Extractives.
It's supposedly a little bit bitter. It's less sweet than your typical sodas. And their slogan on the can is distinctively different. So it's supposed to be a very unique beverage.
And this was produced under the authority of Moxie Beverage Company in Bedford, New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm. So let's give this distinctively different soda a try.
See how distinctively different it is. It sounds the same.
Smells different, definitely.
Yeah, it smells like a bitter cola. Almost a little bit of like a root beer smell to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Dr. Pepper cola, maybe.
Let's see what it tastes. And if you're wondering, the color is just like soda color.
Yeah, it's a brownish cola color.
That is an interesting flavor.
It is. It's good.
It's not as sweet as Coke or Pepsi. I just can't like describe it very well.
No, I guess the aftertaste is a little bit bitter.
Yeah.
But nothing like too bad for those who don't like the kind of more bitter flavors.
Yeah.
This is definitely tolerable.
It's more comparable to a root beer than a cola.
I was going to almost say Dr. Pepper, just because Dr. Pepper is pretty standalone, unique. So, I mean, maybe. This is definitely its own thing.
Oh, yeah. It definitely tastes like it comes from like a root.
I could agree with that. I could agree with that.
Some woody root flavor.
It says 37 grams of sugar in a can. I don't know what your typical can has.
I don't know either.
Like 40 something maybe?
Maybe it's 150 calories per can.
So I don't know exactly how less sweet it is, but...
And it is sweetened with high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, not regular cane sugar or nothing.
And/or sugar.
And/or sugar.
So maybe it's both. Maybe it's just one. There's caffeine in here too, so it's not caffeine free.
Mm.
Most root beers are caffeine free. I like it.
It's good. It's just very, very difficult to describe.
Yeah.
Like, I wish there was anything in the world I can compare this to, but there really isn't.
Yeah. I do like the picture of the guy that's like pointing at you.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, drink this. I need you to drink this soda.
I guess this was big back in like the 20s and 30s.
You said this is the oldest mass-produced soda?
One of the oldest.
One of the oldest.
I don't know what the oldest is. But apparently back in the 20s, President Calvin Coolidge was a big fan of Moxie.
Just the color and design kind of reminds me of, remember Coke 2?
Very, very vaguely.
That's what the can kind of looks like to me, besides the face.
I can feel it.
I wonder who this dude is.
Moxie Man.
An M on his tie there. I wonder if he's still alive. I doubt it.
Probably not.
So Calvin Coolidge endorsed it?
I don't know if it was endorsed, but I mean, he liked it. He notably liked it enough to where it was documented he enjoyed it.
Well,
As did Boston Red Sox great Ted Williams.
I wonder, you know, like there's like that old phrase they sometimes have in old movies, like, he's got Moxie.
Mm-hmm.
Was that phrase before the drink?
Apparently,
Or was this named after the phrase?
the phrase, I think, came after, because if I remember what I was reading, the man who created this based it off of an army lieutenant named Lieutenant Moxie.
Okay.
And I'm guessing, like, he was a spirited man, and that's where it's like, you've got Moxie kind of came from.
The phrase "you've got Moxie" came directly from the military guy?
I don't know. But Lieutenant Moxie is where the cola came from.
I give you 10 whole minutes to research this, and you can't even answer a simple question. Anyway, what are you going to rate this out of 10?
That's a very hard decision to make. It's good. It's definitely not my favorite. I think I'd rather stick to Coke. If given the choice, or like, you know how, like, to me, there's no, I just drink Dr. Pepper kind of person.
Yeah.
It's like, that's like your supplementary drink. This is a good supplementary drink. Every now and then when you're feeling like, hey, maybe I'll have a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Like, Moxie could be a good choice as well. I guess I'll say 8.5. 8.5 out of 10.
See, I like Coke, I guess, is like probably the most generic thing that I would say is what I prefer the most. But like, typically anytime I'm going to some place and they have some option that's just different, I always go with that. So if like I was at a place and like they had like Coke, Pepsi, and Moxie, I'd be like, I'm gonna get a Moxie because where else can you get one?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna also give it an 8.5. I typically just don't drink too much soda,
Yeah.
so I don't know. This tastes good with like some alcohol in it.
Maybe.
Some
Like
bourbon.
a rum and Moxie kind of
I was thinking more like bourbon.
bourbon, a Jack and Moxie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe,
What
I
would
guess.
be an interesting named liquor that would sound good next to Moxie. Moxie on the Roxy.
Ooh.
That's not alcohol, that's just ice.
But it does make me want to pour this over ice now suddenly. So. Anyways,
Yeah.
so Moxie Cola, those of you who are on the East Coast probably already are familiar. If you plan on visiting the East Coast at any time, New England,
Thank you
Pick one
to
up.
Sarah and Eric for providing this. Good people out there.
mm-hmm.
I also got a case of beer in the backseat.
And some other various
Some candies.
items, yes.
Thank you for that. And let us know if you've tried Moxie before. What do you think about it? In the comment section below. Bye.